great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. This is episode number 684 of the Immigration Answer Show. I'll be here as long as you guys have questions for the next hour, trying to answer as many of them as I can. It's a Saturday, so we're going to take it a little bit easy, have a little bit of fun. Hope everybody's having a good day. Let me go ahead and post the link. There you go. The link is there. If you want to come into the waiting room, Monir and Christian are already in there. I'll get to them in just a minute. How is everybody doing? I got my friend Searing here. Hope is here. Tyrone, hello, Tyrone. Ahmed says hello. The Prince is here. Christine says hello. Check this out. Cleon says, great day, Jim. I had my marriage interview this morning in Trinidad and was approved in 3 minutes. Trinidad for the win. Nice. Great work, Cleon. Happy for you. We got Ahmed in the house. GNGU. ETCH in Central Virginia. Got Mr. T, I pity the fool here. Lindy's here. Emmanuel, Hiram, H&M, our old friend. And then there's me posting the link. Big Rich is giving big ups to all the big yardies. How about that? Gabriella says hello from Jackson, Tennessee with the day off. And a guy is here. Mohammed, if you want to talk to me, Mohammed, you got to come in the waiting room and ask me a question. I will put the link down below once again. We got Eric here. Bola Bay. Oh, Marvelous is here. Peppermint Tea. Camilla. May. Carolyn, hello. Carolyn's driving through St. Louis. Ha, ha, ha. It's a pretty day here in St. Louis. I'm going to go hang out outside after the call. All right, all right. How's everybody doing? What are you going to do fun this weekend? We had fun last night. We saw the Back to the Future musical. I don't know really what to say about it. Back to the Future is one of our favorite movies at our house. It's a great story, but man, the songs were really bad, really bad. They made up all these songs and they just were cheesy and bad. I don't know. Tonight we're going to the STL City game. Then the Jets play tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. So I'll be watching the Jets take on the Vikings from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. Monir, hello.
Good morning, Mr. Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing good. I have a couple of questions today. So
Great.
This morning, I got the notification from NBC that my wife and my stepchild, they received both of the cases. So when I checked online, I found that my stepchild is still already included in my wife's case. And I paid the visa fee and the AOS fee for that. But in my stepchild case, there is another visa fee over there because those are separate petition. So what should I do now? Because I already paid in my wife's case for my child.
Are you a U.S. citizen or a green card holder?
Green card holder, as of now.
Yeah, and as of until the kid comes, right? Because if you become a citizen, then you're gonna have to start over for the kid. You understand that?
Okay, so means I'm going to apply for my citizenship next month, end of next month. So I don't know how long it's going to take, but the kid is under 16, so I have to apply again when.
So I don't know why this rule is the rule, but here's the rule. The children of a green card holder can be included in their parents' I-130. You don't have to file a separate I-130 for them.
I did.
You filed a separate I-130 for the kid?
Yes.
Oh, then you're fine. Well, that's why you're being asked to pay the extra fee, because you've confused them. Usually people wouldn't do that unless they're going to become a citizen like you. So it's good that you're becoming a citizen, and it's good that you have a separate I-130 on file for the stepchild, and you should go ahead and pay that fee for them.
So I have to already I paid for both of them in one case.
You can try to bang your head on the wall and get them to believe you. But to me, what is it, $325? I would pay the $325 and move on.
Got it. Thank you. I'll pay that. No problem. Okay. So the next question is that I need to file this I-864.
Mm-hmm.
Which one I'm going to use? The easy one, the regular one?
I would use the regular one.
Regular one for both of them, separate. Let's say, okay. So regular. And the last question I have that for my citizenship interview, do they need my marriage certificates original, because those are with my wife in Bangladesh, so I need to bring if they want to see that?
No, I think a copy should be fine.
A copy should be fine, because my citizenship is my. I'm sorry, sir.
I'm sorry too. Whether you're married to your spouse is much more important to the spouse case than the citizenship case. For citizenship, they just want to know how to classify you on your naturalization certificate. Are you single, divorced, or married? So if you have a copy of it, I'd have a color copy of it. You should be fine.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. So I'm gonna go now and pay the rest of the money for that one.
Have a good day, Munir. Good job.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Bye. All right. That's Munir. He's got a lot going on. He's got the I-130 for the kid, I-130 for the mom, becoming a U.S. citizen, and he's smart. He filed the I-130 because he knew he was going to become a citizen. If you think that you're going to become a citizen and you're applying for your spouse and kids, if you think you're going to become a citizen at any point in that process, you should file the I-130, because sometimes what happens is the mom's I-130 gets processed and paid and it's all ready to go, and then no one's ever filed for the kid, and then dad becomes a citizen or vice versa, and then things are really messy and you got to start all over. So it's a big problem. Gabriella's getting ready to have a party. 149 days. Case has been pending. Hopefully it'll go quickly. Christian's here. Hello, Christian. You're on mute.
Hey, Jim, I'm driving right now. Give me 12 minutes so I can get to my destination.
All right. We'll come back to Christian. Let's go to Mamadou. Hi, Mamadou.
Hi, Mr. Jim. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm all right. I gotta first of all, I want to thank you for everything that you do. So I talked to you a few times. So I'm sure you probably don't remember everybody that you talked to. At this point, I'm on the NVC stage. For my son, it's for my son and my spouse. My son, so he's 4 years old. When he go to the embassy for his visa, is he gonna be interviewed, or is just his mom that's gonna get interviewed?
Hey, little man, what's your job gonna be when you get to the United States?
No. I know, right?
No.
He's 4 years old.
Yeah, no, it'll be the mom. And you're a green card holder?
No, I'm a citizen.
And you have a separate I-130 on file for the son?
Yep, I heard Munir. I have a separate I-130 for each.
We got some smart immigrants whose names start with M today. First Munir, now Mamadou.
Yeah,
making a mistake. Yeah, no, he won't have an interview. I mean, he'll have to go, so they know there's a real person. But that's it.
That's it. So you think they're gonna have the same interview for the mom and my son, because they have two different cases?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay, not a problem.
That's
okay,
it.
I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated.
All right, let us know, buddy. Thanks.
All right, thanks.
Bye. Hey, everybody. I want to talk a little bit about asylum. We had an asylum case this week in the office where one of our attorneys went to an interview, and the client has some pretty severe post-traumatic stress disorder, and actually told the attorney that they didn't want to go into the interview because they were nervous and scared. And we all had lunch together yesterday here, the lawyers and the paralegals, and we were talking about like being tough and how people feel like they got to be tough. When it comes to asylum, you don't want to be tough like that. You don't want to. It's okay to be vulnerable in an asylum interview. It's okay to talk in an asylum interview. It's okay to be scared in an asylum interview. This attorney this client didn't even want to go into the interview. So the lawyer did a really good job of calming them down. And they went for a walk around the block. And the attorney said, I need you to go in here. We need to go knock this out. We've been working on this for a long time. This is an important case. You don't want to go home. But the person was really, really scared and really, really nervous and didn't do such a great job in the interview. I think because they were so scared. Hopefully the officer was able to see what was going on. And I mention all this because I had an office consult today. And it's interesting. A lot of times in an immigrant family, it's the kids that figure out how America works first, not the adults. So in this situation, the uncle and the daughter of the person who would be, or the brother and the daughter of the person who'd be applying for asylum came to meet with me. And the daughter is my daughter Noor's age, so 15, sophomore in high school. And during the whole time I was talking to them, she kept minimizing what happened to her mom in the home country. And I kept trying to make her feel safe and kept trying to make her feel okay. And, in asylum cases, sometimes in asylum cases, they'll say, hey, you can go live in this other part of your country. So one of the issues was that this family had been threatened at some stage, and then they'd gone to live in this other stage. And this daughter, who had been minimizing her mom's trauma the whole time I was talking to her, she opened up to me and told me that when they got to the other place, that she herself had suffered her own pretty hard trauma, and she was sad and scared. And I was really, really glad that she told me. And I told her about how I'd been molested by a priest when I was a kid. And I think that made her feel better. And then actually that I think made her feel worse, because then she started crying, and then it was really sad. But asylum is tough work. And I'm really glad we had that lunch yesterday, because I was able to keep listening when she was trying to minimize it. And we actually got her mom on the phone, and then the mom told us stuff that she hadn't really said. And this daughter hadn't told anybody but her mom and her therapist. Luckily, she's in therapy, about this trauma that she had suffered back home. So if you have an asylum case, don't be afraid to tell the whole story. Mani has a classic story that she tells, where over in a East African country, the case was all about shakedowns by the government, because this lady organized everybody in this mall against the government because they were trying to shut them down or triple their rent or some BS. And Amani was doing some calculations, and she figured out there was a 90% chance that this woman had female genital mutilation when she was back in her home country, which is past persecution. And man, the lady did not want to talk to her about it. She told Amani to shut up. Told Amani that there's no way in hell I'm going into a government building in America and talking about FGM. And Amani remained calm, which we have to do as lawyers, and was able to finally, I remember it took like 3 weeks for this lady to open up to Amani about it. So if you're applying for asylum, or if you're thinking about applying for asylum, or if you have applied for asylum and you haven't had your interview, the one time you don't have to be tough is at the interview. So just sort of an observation here on a Saturday morning. It's tough stuff. Tough stuff. All right. Let's go to Ahmed. Hi, Ahmed.
Good morning.
How you doing, buddy?
Very good. Thank you very much for your time.
Sure, man.
I've been watching you for a long time, but it's my first time to talk.
Thanks.
So I got my wife here as a K1, and she got the green card, and she's ready to apply for citizen now.
Awesome.
However, she's not learning English very well. She's very lazy for that. I wonder if I should apply and just try out. And if we applied and she failed, would they give us another chance, or do we have to start all over again?
You get one more chance. So usually they'll say you failed, and then they'll give you 60 days, depending on the field office, and then you'll go back and you get a second chance on that application.
Okay. So do you recommend doing that?
No.
No.
No, I mean, you never want to have a denial of your naturalization case if you can avoid it, even if it's just based on the testing. So what I would do, and do you think she'd have problems overall with the English part or just the test?
No, she's not doing any stuff. She's depending on me all the time. So that's why I was trying to just get her in the situation that she will have to study. She's very smart. She can study, but she's just lazy. So I thought if I apply, she would be forced to.
So then she knows she has a test in 4 months, something like that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Okay. So
me,
if she's
Ahmed, the best thing you can do, I would get that booklet, and you just ask her the questions when you're driving around. Just ask her the questions, because it's an oral test. It's all.
She's very. I did that, and she's like, she answers me right away. But she, like, verbal English, any conversation, she will not be able to handle. She will handle maybe 25% or something.
So I had a great client, one of my all-time favorites, Osama from Mississippi, and his wife came. We got him his citizenship. Then we brought her over, and then the time came for her to apply for her citizenship, and she actually passed the test. But during the interview, the officer asked them, there's all those questions, no,
Yes.
And there's a question about whether you had ever smuggled someone into the United States. So the wife goes, smuggle. And she goes, and the officer goes, yeah, did you ever help anyone enter the United States? And the lady goes, help. Yes, I helped. So the officer said, I don't think you're understanding my questions. We're going to stop and you come back in 60 days. She didn't have to take the test again, but she had to answer the question. So there is the English part of being able to interact with the officer. So
very important. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Ahmed. See you, buddy.
See you.
All right. That's our friend Ahmed. All right. Let's go to Ma Ba. Ma, are you there? Mo Ba. Hello, Mo.
Yes, how are you, sir?
Good. I got you off camera. How you doing?
I'm okay. How about you, sir? 1 second. So, I have a question, please.
Sure.
And then I've applied for the married green card application for 22 months now. I'm still on review. Is there anything I should do?
22 months?
Yes, sir.
If you had an interview, what city would it be in?
It's in Maryland.
Baltimore's pretty fast. 22 months is unusual. When did you come to the United States?
I've been here for 7 years now.
So when you got married, you were out of status?
Yes.
So that's one reason why that's high on the fraud list, and they like to see if your marriage falls apart. How's everything with the marriage? Okay.
Everything is fine. We have 2 kids.
Oh, that's good. Okay. What country are you from?
I'm from Sierra Leone, West Africa.
Oh, one of my favorites. Was your spouse born in the United States?
No.
Is your spouse from Sierra Leone?
Yes.
How did your spouse get a green card?
DV, lottery.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. Well, here's what I can tell you. If we sue the Baltimore field office, you'll probably get a decision or a green card pretty quickly. Did they ever send you a request for evidence while your green card case has been pending?
Yes, I did in April.
What did they ask for? More marriage evidence or the medical?
More evidence, bank statement and all that. So I gave them everything.
So I think when you get married out of status, they sort of hold your case to a higher standard. So they might just be sitting on it to see if the marriage falls apart. They might be sitting on it because you didn't give them enough evidence, especially considering that you were out of status. So you might need to sue them.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, no problem. So it's something that you can do for me?
Yeah. If you email me, do you have here? I'll put our email address on the screen so that you have it. info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. If you
Okay.
email me and say, I'm Mo, I was on the show with you on Saturday, we'll follow up on Monday, okay?
All right. Okay. Thank you so much.
Bye, Mo. See you, buddy.
All right. Bless you.
Yep, you too. All right, all right. We're giving out blessings all over the place today. That's what I'm talking about. May says Maryland is a very hard office. I don't know. I like Maryland. I think they're tough and professional. That's what I think. Tough and professional. That's what I would say. Did I ever tell you guys a story about Maryland? I was sitting over. So in Maryland, there's a bank of windows where you go up for InfoPass or to check in when you first get there, that kind of stuff. I'm sitting way over here in the corner, and then the officer opens up the door over there. So I'm sitting with my client. I'm not paying attention. Well, somebody who watches the show was in the waiting room but hadn't said anything to me. And so the officer calls our name, we pop up, and this person who was waiting for their own interview jumps up and pats me on the back and says, "Go get him, Jim." And I was like startled. It was so funny. It was somebody that wasn't even my client wishing me and them a good luck. So that was funny. All right. Let's go to Lalu. Hey, Lalu.
Hi, Jim. Thanks for taking my call.
You bet.
I am applying. I'm just getting ready to apply for a 5-year rule on naturalization for me and my son, who
Awesome.
he has turned 18 this September 25th. So I have to apply like separate application for me and him, right?
That's correct.
Right. So in this form, on the page 5, it says indicate your total number of children under 18 year of age. So I would write, there's no one kids under 18 year of age. So that's 00, right?
The question is, how many kids do you have under the age of 18?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like you have 0.
Right. And then it tells me to list time outside of the United States where like I have been to places like Mexico, Punta Cana, but it's just like a couple of weeks, not like months or so. So I have to be more specific on that, right?
Yes.
Right. And
If you're
so
having
when
if you're having a hard time, you might check your I-94. Go to I-94 lookup. You might be able to see the dates on there when you left and came back, or at least
okay,
back.
okay. Now I always hear from you like you recommend people who are in doubt to do the Freedom of Information Act, the FOIR, for because I was married and then I got divorced, and I have all the documentation and proof of marriage and everything with me, and I have a 10-year green card as well. So my question is, what? Because I have, sometimes you ask how is your relation with your ex-spouse,
Yeah.
and she is really bad, and I don't know, maybe she has written something to immigration, which I am happy to answer any question if they ask me because I have all the documentation with me. So, do you think I should do the FOI, the Freedom of Information Act, on my case, or I should not
It's free. Why
before?
wouldn't it's free? Why wouldn't you?
Okay. Does it take long to, once you apply, does it take long to get the information back?
It used to. Now it's taken about 6 to 8 weeks. So I don't think that's too bad.
Okay. Okay. And okay, so let me do that. Do you want me to do that and then apply, or they apply first and then do it?
My understanding is that the one thing that knocks a naturalization case off track is filing a FOIA. So I would do it before.
Okay, before applying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I still have to wait for 6 to
Yeah,
8 weeks.
just do that today. You can do it online today and just say all immigration paperwork and fill it out online, G639 online, and then file for citizenship when the time comes.
My time is ready. I can apply tomorrow. So can I do this today and then apply a couple of days after that?
Maybe a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks.
I see. Okay, I see. Thank you so much, Jim. You answered my question.
Bye, Lalu.
Thank
See
you
you,
so
buddy.
much.
Have a good day.
You're a
You got
great help. Thank you.
Okay, see you, man. All right, it looks like our friend Christian has parked, so I'm going to go to Christian. Hi, buddy.
Hey, Jim, how are you today?
Great.
Thank you for your time and for all you do for us. I have a quick question. me and my wife, we received a notification for an initial interview, but the thing is that we already went to our initial interview. It was on 25th of July, and we received this notice last week for the October 30th. So I called USCIS to
Yeah.
ask what happened, and the guy told me that, oh, that's weird. We don't have this in our system. This second notification for our second initial interview is not on their system. It's not showing on when he look it up on their system. So what should we do?
You haven't received a decision yet, right?
No, we went there the 25th of July for
So
our initial interview.
to me, I would use it as an invitation to come back and visit my friends at the field office. I would treat it as if it's going to be another interview. I would psych myself up for it as if it's going to be another interview. I would show up there with my notice and I would play dumb. And I would say, hey, guys, here's my interview notice. And they're going to do some fumbling around and they're going to say, oh, what? Or they might interview you, or they might let you talk to the officer and you can say, look, dude, you've had this case now for that'll be July. That'll be 3 months. What the hell?
It's gonna be more than 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just get it done. And then just be quiet and look at them like they're the dumbest people on earth. Like maybe they'll feel guilty about making you come back, and maybe that'll get them to hurry up.
But it's gonna be the same officer?
I don't know.
Oh, we don't know that.
I don't think it'll be a whole new re-interview. I think you'll just do you have a copy of the prior interview notice?
Yes. The only thing it's on it is they write the K89, the number that
Yeah.
the
Right.
turn number, but there's
Yeah.
no seal, there's nothing on it.
That's okay. I would just show up there and act like you're there for your interview. You're ready to go. You're ready to talk about your marriage and your case overall, and hurry the F up, MFers.
Okay. Yeah, that was our worry, because if it doesn't show on their system, maybe when we show up there, they're
Yeah.
not gonna let us in.
No, they'll let you in because you got the letter. The guards aren't going to check that. And then you're going to be able to talk to somebody at some point when they realize how dumb they are. So use it to your
Understood.
advantage. But don't get your hopes up. Just go in there
Okay.
even keel. Thanks, Christian. Let us know how it goes, buddy.
Okay, Jim. God
See ya.
bless you. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, for sure. Mark Cromwell, are you driving? No, he's not driving. Mark, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Hi, buddy.
Afternoon, Jim.
Yeah, for
Thank
sure.
you.
What's up?
Again, great show. Fun. We'll always try to watch it once I get a chance.
Thanks.
Basically, I have one question, and my question basically is with regards to my case. I am the beneficiary. Basically, we are at the NVC stage, but I would think that I have a problem. During my tourist visa, I would say application and stuff, I don't think that I mentioned my US born son. And basically he filed, it was approved, I think last month, and then reached the NVC stage already. Just wanted to know if some advice from me if to go through with it or not.
You say you didn't mention or you did mention?
Did not.
Okay, so you're saying now, okay, so you have you're married to a U.S. citizen, right?
No. My son is the U.S. citizen, my eldest child.
Oh, but you're saying back when you did your visit visa, you never mentioned that kid.
Correct, is right. At that time, he was in Trinidad and all that at the point in time.
How long ago?
That was 2018.
And so okay, first of all, have you done a Freedom of Information Act request from the State Department to see your DS-160?
I did, but up to now, no answer, no word from them. And the estimated time was basically July 22nd. I was supposed to receive it, but nothing up to now. And I applied, I think, the month before. Yeah.
They're slow about those. So first of all, I think we can take the position that you didn't lie to anybody. Like he was in Trinidad, or why didn't you list him?
Yeah, that day I was fooling. I wasn't really fooling it out. I was just going through, and I just had more than 2 kids, my wife. So I don't want to say that I lied, but At that point in time, I was in Trinidad and I didn't even study in one. I didn't study in that at the point in time.
So
Seriously.
you listed your other kids?
Yeah, they all listed it. So I had to carry them in order for them to get a visa. I
Are
think,
you on his birth certificate?
yeah, on the birth certificate. I did all the passports before in Trinidad, all that.
Did you pay child support for him?
No, I didn't have to. I didn't have to pay child support.
Why?
Because he basically was living here. He grew up here. He grew up in Trinidad itself, and then basically, well, he migrated. Well, I wouldn't say migrated. He just went back.
What's your question for me? Do I think this is gonna be
well, yeah.
Yeah,
basically, you have to go through with it or not,
Oh yeah, go through with it. See what happens. Just tell him. Yeah.
All right, well, I'll go through.
Thanks, Mark.
I just had to put in all the information. But thanks for the advice. Thanks. Continue what you do.
Yeah, man, for sure. A lot of Trinidad stuff today. We had the Trinidad approval, and we had Mark from Trinidad. All right. This is the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. I'm an immigration lawyer. We have offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. I'll be here for the next half hour trying to finish up by answering as many questions as I can. We go live 3 or 4 times a week. You're always free to come in and join us. If you want to find out ahead of time the link to the waiting room, text the word show to 314-470-3300. If you're looking to hire us, you can email us info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com or call us on Monday, 314-961-8200. I was going to tell you guys something. I just got distracted. My friend Brent sent me a text. I'm sure I'll think of it. Let's keep going. Let's go to Tommy. Hi, Tommy.
Hello, how are you today?
Well, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, sir.
What's up?
I was married to a Chinese woman.
Okay.
She came over on a tourist visa.
Yep.
And we were married. She came to visit me in July, and we ended up getting married in September. I talked with the immigration that said they'd take her, and he said that he would file for a spousal visa, and we were worried because her tourist visa was about to run out within like a month, and he said not to worry, he would file for an extension on it. During his time, her father became very sick, and what we thought was he was on his deathbed. He had had 3 strokes. He wasn't eating. So she went back to China to visit him.
Okay.
And now her tourist visa has run out, and we can't get her back over here. She's tried to come back and been denied entry, and we just trying to get her back here so we can get all the paperwork done. I mean, we're trying to do it the right way, and yet all of them can walk across at Mexico and get in immigration, and they turn them loose and send them on. But somebody try to do it right, they give you all the trouble they can.
Well, I don't really play that game of complaining about what's going on at the border. I think there's a lot of myths about that. So let's just focus on your case. So can you give me the timeline again? So when did she come to the United States?
I'm not sure exactly when she came, but she came. She was with her aunt and uncle in Los Angeles visiting them.
Well, but like approximately when do you think that she entered?
Probably June of last year.
June of 23. Okay.
Yes.
And then when did you meet her?
We started talking on WeChat. She came out to stay in July.
Were you talking to her before she entered the United States?
No, sir. No, sir. We were introduced through a friend.
Okay. You were introduced online through a friend or in real life, like an online friend or a real like?
Yeah, online. It's kind of like YouTube. I mean, kind of like Facebook. You can get on there and video chat, and it's called WeChat. Okay,
sure. And so you met in July, and then when did you get married?
In September of last year.
Okay, so we're good there. Okay. And then You didn't, as of right now, nothing's on file for her, right?
Right.
No I-130's been filed, nothing.
Not to my knowledge. This lawyer that was supposed to have taken it over, I don't think he has done a thing. And we've talked to him. He said it's going to be 1.5 to 2 years before she has a chance to come back.
Well, that's true.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to hear.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my brother. So when did she leave the United States?
She left and it's toward the end of May.
End of May?
Yes, sir. And the only reason she left was to go visit her father. He had 3 strokes.
Right.
Was not eating. And like I said, she fell on his deathbed. And he's still in good shape, but alive.
Mm-hmm.
But she's trying to get to me now, and we're just having no luck.
Sure. So, did the lawyer file for an extension of her B1, B2 or no?
No.
Okay, so if she entered in June and left in May, that means that she was a visa overstay. Luckily it's less than 6 months, but that's why she's having a hard time getting a visit visa to come back to the United States for 2 reasons. 1, she didn't leave on time, and 2, and more importantly, she married a U.S. citizen, right?
Okay.
So your only choice right now to get her here is to file an I-130 petition and go through that 2-year process, because that's what it's going to take.
Mm.
Is there an age gap?
What?
Is there an age gap between you and her?
No, 60. She is 61.
Okay, that's good. So yeah, I mean the you can go visit her, I guess, but they're not going to give her a visit visa anymore. She didn't do what she was supposed to. She was supposed to leave on time, and she wasn't supposed to get married. She did both those things. So you could bang your head on the wall trying every month for the next 12 months trying to get a visit visa, or you could have done what your lawyer should have told you back in January as soon as she left, which was to start the I-130 then. Now you've lost, or in May when she left, now you've lost months of time that could have been used towards moving this thing along, because they're not giving her, there's no way in hell they're giving her a visit visa.
Well, like I said, he said he was going to file for an extension on it, and he never did.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to get back with it. He said he wanted to allow a little time for us to be married and live together to help our case of being proven that we're actually married.
That's all good advice, unless she needs to leave the United States because her dad gets sick, right? That plan was fine, except for the emergency part.
Okay. Well, I have talked to 3 different lawyers, and they're all supposed to have gotten back with me, and none of them have. Is there a reason that maybe some of these lawyers not want to take this case, or?
No, just lawyers aren't as fast as us. We'll take your case. We'll take this case, so we'll get working on it right away. We don't drag ass.
Okay. About how much money should I expect overall for all of her what do you call it, the filing fees and all that?
Yeah. So you're like at government fees, you're at $675 for the I-130, you're at $445 for the National Visa Center fees, then you're at like $265 for the green card. So that's about that's about $1,500 for the government, and then our fee to be your lawyer from now until she's here with her green card is $5,000.
$5,000. Okay. And I understand that on the, like all these that the government charges, it has to be paid when they're filed in order to get it through. Is that correct?
Yeah, $675 now, and then in a year and 2 months, the $445, and then when she's all done, the $265 for them.
Okay. Okay. Well, I do appreciate your help, sir.
Thanks, Tommy. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. That was our friend Tommy. Yeah. You know, I actually had a case just like that. U.S. citizen married a Chinese national. We actually filed for her, and she left before she got advanced parole, and we had to consular process. Not fun. Gerald's here. Hi, Gerald.
Hey, morning, Jim.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm not bad, boss. So the question I have in 2021, I filed a I-360, but it's VAWA, but it's not for marriage. It's the special immigrant part. So I got a 1 year parole in 2022. It expired and we refiled to get a renewal. It's in Texas now. I also got a 2 year work permit. It expires in February of next year. So last week I got a notification from USCIS that in regard to the I-360, saying that they sent me a letter um, explaining the action that USCIS is going to take. So should I be worried? Is that an approval or a denial?
It could. I'm not sure. You just got to wait and see. It's not a denial. I would say. I don't. I mean, people in the. I don't spend a lot of time, Gerald, like looking at the online stuff. But I think that if it's a denial, it says a decision has been made, not that they took action. So I think it's something else. It's probably a request for evidence.
But the thing is, John, the lawyer who was doing my case, she had a run-in with the law. So now she's she's supposed to go to court. So everything would normally go to her. And I went online on my USCIS account and I changed the address to my address.
Yeah.
I did all that for all my cases, but I did it after I got the notification last Friday.
Yeah,
So,
I would give it about. I mean, what is her office shut down?
yes, because they're doing their thing. So I'm not even going anywhere around there. I stayed far.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
stay far too.
Yeah.
Do you know why she's in trouble?
Because someone reported her to the feds and everything. So one of the clients,
For immigration fraud?
Yes, something of the sort.
Gerald, why don't you email me? There's probably some things we should talk about off camera. Why don't you email me and we can go from there?
All right, no problem. I'll do that. So what I want to ask you though, because my work permit expires on February of next year.
Yeah.
Do you think I would be able to get an extension, like a
Probably.
few more days?
Probably, because that case is going to take a while.
And the last thing I want to ask you, because I have a car loan and I already have a job paying taxes and everything, would that be of assistance in terms of getting the extension? With the fact that I have a car loan paying.
You don't have to show good cause or anything. They'll just give it to you.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'll email you. Thank you so much.
Bye, Gerald. See you, buddy.
All right.
Big up to all the Yardies, Gerald says. Gerald says, big up to all the Yardies. All right. I love how the Jamaicans all call each other out when the Jamaicans come on the show. It's so fun. All right. Nadia's here. Hi, Nadia.
Hi, Jim. Can you hear me?
I can. How are you doing?
I'm good. Feeling good. I am finally a U.S. citizen.
How about that? Look at that.
Yes, my certificate is here. I know I'm not supposed to show it.
Yeah. Congratulations. Was that today?
It was yesterday in a town called Roanoke, Virginia.
Yeah.
I originally had the interview in Norfolk. So I think I came to your show asking a few questions because I was worried. So I went there with my husband and they didn't let him in the building. So
they're real hard asses in Virginia. I don't know why people in Virginia are such hard asses.
Yeah, so he had to go wait somewhere else. And I was the only one, they let in the security people. So I was interviewed by a Russian lady and she asked me lots of questions. So I kind of wish I had a lawyer with me because I did everything by myself and I wasn't too prepared. So she asked me tons of questions and showed her.
At your interview, you mean?
Yes, about my work, my marriage, how did I come here, just a lot of personal questions. So it was a tough moment, but so I'm glad it's over.
That's great. Yes. That's great. Do you want to give us your timeline?
So I came to Virginia in 2013 on a tourist visa, and I got married a year after that. and I put my application in, but that marriage didn't work out. So my application ended up being denied, and I received a letter saying that I needed to leave the country, but I didn't do that. So after a while, back in 2018, I married my husband, and I put my application in, and we waited a long time. So my green card, I got the green card in 2020, and then I received my permanent green card 6-7 months ago when I applied for my citizenship. So so I'm just glad it's over, and thank you for all the work you do, because it's a lot of help and information we get from this show. Yes, and the only bad thing is that I waited 3 or 4 months to get the oath ceremony letter, because it seems that I live in such a small town that I guess it's hard for them to gather.
They have to wait till they have enough people to do a ceremony.
Yes. So.
Well, congratulations, Nadia. We're happy for you. Thanks so much for the call.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
We always like it when people call with good news, and we always like to hear people's timelines. All right. That just gave me, I've been wanting to do a video on how important it is that if you have an old case, that you withdraw it before you file the new case. If you don't withdraw that old one, then they're confused because you got two things going at the same time. Aditi's here. Hi, Aditi.
Hi. Hi, Jim. So this is the second time I'm connecting with you.
Awesome.
Yeah. So first time I connected with you, I was struggling between my H1 and F1, and I was panicking like hell. So I was not able to convey my message clearly.
Okay.
But yeah, it's been like 2 weeks I spoke to you, and the situation have gone worst with my university. So they asked me to raise a H1B withdrawal with my employer, which I did on September 26th. So my DSO asked me to, get me a H1B withdrawal notice to a USCIS. I asked my employer, and they did that. After I shared my withdrawal notice with the DSO, now he's asking for more information. Like he wants a confirmation from USCIS that they have accepted my H1B withdrawal, and once they get the confirmation from USCIS, then only the university will allow me to continue on my F1.
Why?
I don't know. My DSO is denying verbally. There is no such rule like that.
No,
But
there's not. You're right.
yeah.
This person has a boss. You needed to tell this person this is BS. You need to put it in writing. You said you should do a timeline of everything that happened. Tell them you've done everything, and then say there's no rule that says you need a copy of my H-1B withdrawal. And then if they're going to mess around with you, then you might need to switch schools. But this DSO sounds nuts.
Exactly, you are right. And now I'm in this situation. And one thing, like after my employer raised the withdrawal request for H1B on September 30, I got my approval for a STEM EAD extension from USCIS.
Good.
On September 30, just before October 1st.
That's great.
I forwarded all those documents to my DSO next day morning on October 1st. Still he's denying.
Okay. Aditi?
Yeah.
Here's what I want you to do. If you'll do this, I will help you, okay? If you sit down and write out a timeline of everything that's happened, then I'll give you some language to put at the top of the email. We'll knock this out, and then you can email him, and then we go from there, okay?
Yeah, okay.
I won't charge you anything. Just send me over that timeline, and then we'll go from there, okay?
And your email ID, which is info@hacking.
Yep.
Immigration. Okay, sure. Yeah. Sure. And on the subject line, I'll put my name.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, Jim. Thank you.
Yep, for sure. All right. The Yardies are all coming out to give Gerald mad props. How about that? Even Donna's here. Rich is here, Donna. Don't worry. He was here early. Donna rolls in wondering where Rich and Phoenix are. All the Yardies. Muhammad is here. Hi, Muhammad.
Hi, Jim. Thanks for having me.
Sure, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna be very quick. I've been a green card holder since July 2016 by lottery visa. So I've applied my N400 citizenship application on May 2021 and on time, on my regular time,
Yeah,
after 4 years and 9 months.
sure.
So, but I was surprised. I've been waited like 2 years and a half. I haven't received anything. I haven't heard anything from UCIS like for an interview.
You got a
So I
receipt. You got a receipt notice and nothing else.
up to like yeah, for like 2 years and a half.
That's insane.
That's insane. So I had to file a mandamus
Good.
law case. And I did already, and I
Good.
received. I got my interview appointment. That was last September last year. So I went to the appointment.
Which field
Uh,
office?
New York, Queens
So in New
office.
York. So then in New York, once they say, "Oh, we took action. We've gone ahead and scheduled you for an interview," so now you have to dismiss the lawsuit, right?
Exactly, that's what happened.
And then they're
But
still dicking you around. You don't have a decision from September last year.
no, the interview was very, very tough, extremely tough.
Why?
Yeah, but and they said, okay, you passed the test, the English test, but you need to wait for the decision.
But what was
So
tough? What was tough?
it was very tough. It lasted for like an hour and a half. They asked me in every single detail of my life in United States, even before United States.
Why?
I don't understand. My lawyers told me maybe you have something like a red flag or something like that because they keep stopping me when I travel overseas. They stop me and they keep asking me a lot of questions. Sometimes my plane, I get delayed to my plane. I miss my plane. I miss my trip. So something like that. I have no idea. I have no idea. So after this, they asked me request for evidence for some my travels, my trips. I submitted, but I was surprised. Like after 4 months from this, they denied my application because of failure to register for selective service. Although I've already passed 5 years since right now I'm 33 years old. So and my time of interview I was 32. That was 5 years over my 26. With good character. I've done nothing wrong. I'm a civil engineer. I'm paying my taxes. I do everything.
How old were you on the day you got your green card?
I was 25.
Okay. And you didn't
Yeah.
register for service?
I didn't know, Jim. I had no idea. By the way, the officer asked me in the interview. She said, "Did you know before you come that you have to?" First answer, I told her, "No, I'm sorry." They asked me, "Did they tell you in the embassy before you come, or did they tell you that you had to register?" First, I said no, but she said, "Are you sure, or you don't remember?" I I said I don't remember, and maybe I read it, but I didn't understand what does selective service mean. So I had no idea that I had to submit for this or apply. So after this, after they denied me, that was in last April. So I filed in 336 form. Um, so by end of this month, it will be 6 months, 180 days. After this 6 months is the processing time. I called them. I asked them what is my current status. They said the supervisor officer is checking your case. You have to wait. I asked what's my processing time. They said there's no processing time for N336. You just have to wait until they send you another interview. So just my question is, what action can I take after these 6 months? Because I'm very, very overwhelmed. I'm tired. I need to get this done, Jim. So what's your advice for me, please?
So the problem is that they have the power to forgive you for not registering for selective service.
Okay.
And so do you know about this thing called CARP, Mohammed? Do you know CARP?
No.
Are you from Egypt?
Yes, I am.
So You know, my wife is originally from Mansour, Egypt. I became Muslim 25 years ago. Most of my clients are from Muslim countries. CARP is a program designed to slow down immigration to the United States by Muslims, or to keep Muslims from getting their green card, getting their citizenship. So
Okay.
they sat on your case for 2.5 years because you're from Egypt and because you're Muslim, you're from a Muslim country, right?
Okay. You're right.
So they're screwing around with you. I've had probably 30 cases in which an officer was told, hey, the person applying for citizenship didn't know about Selective Service. And here's a statement from Muhammad. It says, my name's Muhammad. I didn't know or remember that I needed to register for Selective Service. If I'd known, I would have registered. I love America, and I would have enlisted in Selective Service if I had to. They forgive it every day, but
Yeah,
they're
but
not forgiving it because they're screwing with you because you're from Egypt, right?
okay. Right. Right.
So we could do one of two things. We could push the N336. We could sue them. I would wait a year on the N336, not 6 months. I mean, we could take the whole citizenship thing together. Are you still in New York?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. I would wait a full year to sue them on the N336.
What if I sued them after 6 months?
We
The
can.
chance.
We can.
So what do you expect them to do if I sued them? Are they gonna give me like a second hearing, or are they gonna deny me again? Or
I haven't sued the New York. See, N330. Most people don't file N336s. Most offices don't know how to do an N336. I did an N336 downtown in St. Louis, and I was the only one who had ever done it before. The officers don't see those very often, so I can't tell you what'll happen if we sue them. We can sue them and see what happens, but I think they'd probably just go ahead and schedule you because it says it's supposed to be within 180 days. But
okay,
it's a should, not a must.
okay, yeah, because I think they're gonna keep me waiting and waiting. They just want to delay me as much as they can. So
Yeah, and I take the position that it's not just the 6 months of the N336; it's the 2.5 years of the N400 too. So we can do it if you want. I'd be happy to do it.
thank Jim. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. I'll email you. Can I email
Yeah,
you?
email me your N336. I want to see what you filed. Okay.
Okay. All
And
right.
we'll go from there. Okay.
Thank you so much.
See you, buddy. Yep,
See you.
for sure. All right. Let's go to Mimi.
Oh,
Hi, Mimi.
hi. How are you? You surprised me. Thank you
Oh,
for everything you do. You are awesome. Your show is
thanks.
awesome. And thank you for
Thanks.
helping my son Mike and his prosecuting attorney girlfriend, fiance. That was I told him you have to call him. You have to listen to him. I told him pretty
Awesome.
much, I've watched you so much. I knew a lot of the answers, but he didn't believe me, of course. But so glad to hear it from you. And they're working on that right now. So to me, my question is, I'm 66 years old. I was dating a fellow who was from Canada also. Both my parents were born and raised in Canada. My father did his naturalization. He was a veterinarian, so he naturalized back in 57. We were all still born already when they were both still Canadian. So I have the right to do dual citizenship. The fellow I've been dating was from Canada. He'd been here 20 years. He was actually, I met him as my next door neighbor when I moved in here to the condo. He came one day and said, I'm selling my condo. I'm going back to Canada. And I was really heartbroken and shocked. Fast forward a few months later, he tells me, well, they replaced me at my job after 20 years. And so I panicked. I sold my condo and I went back. I said, why didn't you say something before all of this?
Yeah.
He said, I was embarrassed, ashamed, yada, yada. So now the question is, I told him we can do get married in New York. You go back to Canada. We file the I-130 and take it from there. You'll do the consular processing through Montreal. And that's going to take possibly up to a year. He could have come here. The problem is he has a condo there. What's that? 2 years for a Canadian citizen coming. Would it help if I did dual citizenship? Would that matter to them at all?
Time out, though. Time out.
Yeah.
So You said he's been in America for 20 years?
Yeah, he was in America for 20. I don't understand. He talked to so many lawyers, and I think he got such bad advice. And
Was he always, did he have valid immigration status?
Oh,
or was he
absolutely. 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
never
Absolutely.
overstayed or anything?
Never overstayed. He was
What
always
visa
here
was
legally.
what visa was he on? Do you know? A TN or what?
He came as a specialized visa. He worked for hockey teams.
Oh.
So, and I said, well, get something doing that in football. He goes, no, football in America is like everybody can do that. He said hockey in America specialized. So that's the type of visa he was on. He was still left. So, if he does up to 2 years, now, you know, he's not in a position right now to move because he's got his condo he just bought, paid twice as much as what it costs here because real estate's insane there, like everything else. And
so what's the question?
And his family. So, is it if we do the I-130 and he processes through counselor, can he come here to visit, given the fact that he has family over there still, strong ties, a condo, a job? Will they give him a hard time about coming occasionally to visit? Number one.
Probably not.
I didn't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. And then once we get the consular processing, then my understanding is it goes to USCIS from there. And that's where all the other forms are then filed. Is that correct?
No, you start with USCIS. So you would file the I-130 for him.
Okay, yeah.
That would take about 12 to 14 months. Then once that's approved, then you go to the National Visa Center, then to Montreal.
Oh, okay. So I got it backwards that way. Okay. And so basically just the I-130 is all we have to worry about right now and the cost for that. And then everything else falls in place.
I-130 for you, I-130A for him. That's all you need right now.
Oh, he has to do that too also simultaneously, basically.
And it all goes in one submission. Are you guys married now?
No, not yet. No.
So that's the first thing.
Yeah. And the thing is, over in Canada, it's a pain in the butt to get married in Canada. I haven't been married. My ex-husband just died, but it's been 40 years for me since I was married, and he's never been married. So, I mean, it's kind of straightforward at 59 and 66. I don't think they're going to, I mean, I don't know what you think, but do you think that's going to raise too many questions or problems potentially?
No.
You know, I mean, we have such similar backgrounds. It's just extraordinary, really. So
thanks, Mimi. Good luck.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for everything you do.
You got it.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Oh, check it out. Donna's giving big up, not just to the Yardis, but to all the Muslims on the platform. So we're going to end the show with big up to all the Muslims. Hey, we'll be back on Monday. Oh, Monday's a crazy day. Crazy day on Monday. I'll tell you guys all about it later. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful Saturday. Have a nice Sunday, and we'll see you guys at noon on Monday. Bye, everybody. Bye, Donna. See everybody. I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of disease.